Whether you're fly fishing in a stream, getting those ankles wet, or deep in the ocean casting nets, fish nerds, fish nerds, fish nerds, it's a podcast.
Just for the halibut!
Fried in a basket or broiled in a pan, eat it raw like you're in Siam, fish nerds, fish nerds, fish nerds. It's a podcast.
Well, hello. It is. You're talking to Clay Groves. Why am I doing this? Good morning or good afternoon, and welcome to the Fish Nerds, a show about fish, fishing, and eating fish. I'm Clay Groves, Chief Executive Fish Nerd, Licensed Fishing Guide, your host, and it is still National Podcast Posting Month. Gosh, we're almost halfway there. November 12th. And we're bringing you fish in the news every single day this month. You'll notice I just played our theme song, which I don't usually play during the NAPOD Pomo, but because the amazing James is with us today, bringing us a story about fish in Siam, fact-checking our theme song, which is written by Wally Pleasant, I thought it was appropriate to play it. So I did. But let's just jump right into some deadly fish in the news with the amazing James.
Fish in the news. Everybody loves their fish in the news.
Hey nerds, it's Ranger James coming to you one more time with another fish in the news story, this time one I didn't write. I was listening to the episode where Zoe sings the theme song, and there was a part of the song I never actually realized, something about the way people eat fish raw in Siam, which I thought, do people really eat raw fish in Siam? I don't know. Sure, Japan, right? We all eat sushi. You know, many of us do. Some of us are grossed out by it. I'm about to go out to sushi for dinner in a minute or two here, but before I do that, I found out that just through a quick Google search, in fact, in Siam, modern-day Thailand, there is some raw fish that is consumed. And this article came up from BBC. It's a few years old. Came out June 13th, 2015. It's titled, Deadly Dish, the Dinner That Can Give You Cancer. A local delicacy in northeast Thailand made from raw fish has been found to be behind a high incidence of liver cancer in the area. And doctors are trying to educate people about the risk. Now here's my question, is I didn't know that cancer could be caused by something like raw fish. What's in the raw fish that's causing the cancer? Is it a chemical? Well, read through this article and you'll find out that no, in fact, it's a fluke worm infestation. So these fluke worms live in human livers. The eggs do at least, and I guess the worms do. And then people excrete the eggs, and then another stage of the parasite goes into a snail, and then the people eat raw fish out of where that snail eats and lives, and they end up getting infested with this nasty little parasite. Well, apparently, I'm thinking about this as I go through the article. It says, let's see, the team of researchers found that some communities can have up to 80% of the people being infected by the fluke, some as young as 4 years old. But the cancer really doesn't develop until people reach around 50. Once it does, though, there's little hope for patients. The university hospital receives around 2,000 patients a year with a specific form of cancer called, and here's the kicker, cholangiocarcinoma. Well, that is the cancer that took my mother's life, a very rare form of cancer. And so to learn that this is actually a more common form of cancer in a place where fluke worms are is kind of curious to me. I'm going to dig around in this a little bit more and find out what I can. I'm pretty sure my mom didn't have any fluke worms, and she certainly didn't eat any raw fish from Thailand. So I'm not sure what's going on here. It's very interesting. But they are doing a lot of community-based health education, and they're trying to teach people, and so a lot of the older folks are not changing their lifestyle, but the younger folks are, so that's some good hope. I thought it was an interesting story. Let's see. It says 60% of the people do understand the causes of the liver cancer, says the Dr. Banchab. They are aware of the liver fluke, but 10% are still eating raw fish. I believe that 10% probably cannot change. So we should change the environment, make the fish cleaner to get fewer infections. Part of the education campaign focuses on getting people to use proper toilets and not defecate in the lake, which reduces the number of fluke eggs. Probably a good idea to not poop in the place where you eat. Let's see. Says, looks like they're going to be doing a lot of work on this going forward. I'm going to do a little bit of work on researching into this a little bit further because cholangiocarcinoma sounds, I didn't know that it was actually possible that it could be caused by something like a liver fluke. So anyway, kind of a somber note, something to consider, not eating your raw fish. But I'm about to go to sushi, like I said in the beginning, and gonna have me maybe futomaki tonight. I'm gonna avoid the raw fish. I'm just gonna go for some simple veggie sushi and maybe a nice hot sake. On that note, I'll catch you later. Take care.
News, fish in the news. Everybody loves their fish in the news.
All right. Thanks, Amazing James. So happy that you are contributing to the show. And this is really cool. This Napod Pomo experiment is making me super duper happy because I'm hearing from other podcasters who like to give us news segments, but more even cooler than that is you, the listener, are sending in news segments. I've got a handful now of listeners who have recorded on their phone or on their laptop a fishy news segment and emailed them to me, clay@fishnerds.com, which has allowed me to do less work, which is great. But really, I like your voice. So if you've got a fishy story you want to tell, a news story, it's easy. All you got to do is push record on your phone, give us a story, and email me, clay@fishnerds.com. When you do that, do me a favor, send me some links so I can put them in the show notes so I know what story you're talking about. The great thing about Fish in the News is because the Fish Nerds is always interesting, usually funny, and mostly true, it could be fake news. It doesn't matter. We're an entertainment show, not a hardcore news show. We're not NPR, as you all know. We're just some guy in his basement talking about fish. So that's really exciting. Also, if you like the show and you want to keep it going, we need your money. Head over to patreon.com and join our Patreon campaign. And everyone who gives us any money at all, we will email you a Fish Nerds ringtone for your phone. You can have either our theme song by Wally Pleasant, or you can have our Fish in the News theme, which is written by Diana's Bath Salts. We're super lucky to have listeners make us music. It makes the show feel like a real deal, like the more original, fun thing we do. So anyway, have a great day. I hope you're enjoying the Napod Pomo, and we will be back again tomorrow. Fish Nerds out.